Morning everybody. Now this is the third part of our shed construction. It's a Sunday morning. I think it's the 20th of October, and yesterday we had the steel lads were here and they put up the frame. Glad to see it going up. Very much delayed, but it's up. It's progress, and progress is good at the moment, any kind of progress. So yeah, you can see there now, anybody who's new to the channel and hasn't seen the first or second part, you wonder why it's a 4-bay tank and there's nothing here on the end. Well, the reason for that is it's a 3-bay slatted tank. It's going to be all cubicled, and the last bay here will be the walls will run the whole way out to the end there and come across as a normal 4-bay house. We're not going to roof that area. I'm going to have it as a place. The last bay is going to be for young calves. Well, it's going to be for a couple of cows that I may fatten first. But come February, late February, they'll be putting calves over here, and we put a trot out there and let them run in and out to the door, and have just more room for them to run around and alleviate a lot of pressure at home. But also what we're going to do then is, when the grant and everything is approved, and well, the grant is approved, but when everything's finalised and everything's done, we'll come back and we will probably roof. We will roof on top of them walls. I'll roof it down to the ground, well, down to the walls, but on the front it'll be roofed down to the ground. I'll leave a small opening door on the front here. I might even bring it slightly out, like kind of turn the shed into a type, kind of an L shape, if you know what I mean. I might just bring it a little bit further out, out to about here, say, and concrete it out further. Well, there will be concrete here from the apron anyway, so it'll not be hard to bring it on out further. We just have to extend the wall a wee bit, but yeah, it'll leave plenty of room then for putting in bales of hay, bales of straw, things like that. You know, just leave a nice dry bed house. If you're an animal in the summertime or anything, if the calves sometimes can get sick, in you know, in the middle of the summer, and it's nice to have a place over here you can bed, you know, chills, things like that. You can put an animal in, and you know, just have it as a sick pen or an isolation pen. Always nice to have something like that, so you can just treat an animal and allow it to get better in comfort. But yeah, have a quick walk in here. It's quite good. It's well put up. Paint work was very good. A few scratches here and there. Fussy, probably too fussy, but it's a new shed. You want it in good order, so no doubt these lads will come back and touch them up, because we've had this company do work for us before and they're outstanding, and that's why I went with them again. They really are outstanding at what they do, and their attention to detail is next to none. But if you can see here, this cross member that goes across, normally that's a timber. Normally that's timber and is kept up slightly from the wall. That's just to screw your sheet into. But not in this case. Our walls are going to be a little different than your normal standard wall, meaning that they're going to be lower. It's only 6-foot walls that are going on the back of this house, on the sides. You might ask why they're only 6 foot, because normally they're over 7 foot. They're between 7 and 8 foot. Well, the reason for that is we're trying to keep the pitch of the roof down. I'm trying to keep the actual top of the roof down as much as I can. The reason for that part is it's just a wind catcher. There's no need for a roof to be so high. At home we built a shed, a 4-bay single shed, and the roof was ferocious high, and all it is a wind catcher. Now, luckily enough where it is, it's not a big issue at home. We solved it by putting another shed in front of it, but at the same time there's no need for a shed to be so high. So I wanted to keep the roof down as much as I could. So by doing it, we're allowed to use the 6-foot, we're allowed to put in the 6-foot walls to keep the eaves down, and the grant was happy with we're still alright with the grant by doing that. So as you see, there's 4 holes here. You see that clearly, and 4 holes there on each column, and then 4 holes there and there. Them 4 holes is to put on brackets that will come out, and then we'll have our canopy. So basically another little overhang roof that'll hang over the passageway, and the overhang roof will be lower than the actual upper roof. So the upper roof comes over at about a foot, overlaps it about a foot, and then the lower one is just I think it's 275 mil below the upper roof. Some people put in a vent at the top. I didn't want a vent. Again, just a rain catcher. I just didn't want it. I wanted to keep the outside canopy lower, so we went with that design instead. I've seen it before, and to me it works better. There's not going to be a whole pile of wind blowing in the front of this house, because as I said before, it's facing the east. It's going to get the least amount of wind, but that's just something I wanted. I wanted to keep it as low as possible, but still allow machinery to wander it comfortably, and plenty of space. But the rail is actually welded to that. Sorry about the sun now, but the rail itself is welded to that, so that's a good solid job. I really like that. So that's never going to move. That door's always going to be very, very free and solid. We have to run gutters for the back spouting. Obviously, it has to come across, and it is shook there. We have to run our ducting for our ESB again to there across. Then our walls, our curved wall is going to go up. I spoke in the last one that I might have changed my mind and decided to go for a square wall to save time, but a few people come and said I was stupid to do that. It should take me time, and just the curved wall would work really well, and you know, you're right. I'm going to take my time. It'll not take that much longer to build a block wall. I just want to get it up. I want to get the crush in. There's quite a bit of work in that yard to be done yet. The more I look at it, the more I realise that, you know, we're in the last week in November. Well, we're entering into the last 10 days in October, you may say. I'd like to get a lot of work done before end of October. I'm still having in my head that the walls will be up before the end of October. I just set these deadlines in my head to please myself, I suppose. Yeah, the barriers and cubicles. The cubicles obviously are going in. They'll go in after the walls is poured. And he'll leave then upright bars to attach our cubicles to in the concrete. And then our barriers are coming from Mana, come from Derry Lynn, Timor Engineering, and I have to ring them yet. I have them pre-ordered, but I have to ring them then to come and take the final measurements, which they actually can come and do now. I'm going to ring them tomorrow, and they're also making the crush and doing any gates and steel work out here, along with the cubicles. They're supplying them as well. So it all should fall into place. If we can get that measured now and get people here and get them working on it, then the ESB obviously isn't connected yet. We had to put in a payment. I've done that now nearly 3 months ago, and we haven't heard any word from them. It's normally 12-week period, so before you hear from them, and we're at 12 weeks now. So I did make a phone call and said they were extremely busy, but they have to do a site visit first to see where the pole is going and see how things are going to work out. They're a nice wee distance to come now, there's no doubt about it. It's down there, it's a nice wee distance to have to come, but yeah, it should work out. Look, it all should fall into place fairly quickly. We're not too worried about ESB, to be honest. That's a minor detail at the minute. Get cattle in and we can work from that. But when the ESB does go in, we'll have a PTZ camera fitted in the centre of this house. Well, no, probably not the centre, probably over in the gable of that house facing down, so we can keep a good eye on the cattle. That just it's a brilliant thing to have when your shed isn't at home. You can always throw your eye at cattle at any time, and you know, you do it when you're doing a thing once, do it right, because down the line you'll regret you didn't put it in, and you'll have to come ahead then and do it anyway. So yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching our videos. A bit of drone footage now just at the end, but please share, like, comment and subscribe, as just more important. I'm glad to see so many people liking the content that I'm putting up. I'll definitely keep it coming. I've great ideas. There's loads of work to take place now in the next between now and Christmas. There's just any amount of different jobs that has to be done, so they'll all be filmed, and I'll explain things as best I can. I hope I'm coming across all right to people and they can understand what I'm talking about, but I'll do the best that I can. Feel free to ask any questions, and I'll comment to the best of my knowledge. That's all I can say. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Drone footage coming now.
Feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing